Tragedy in Clinton. An overnight shootout killed one officer and hurt two others, a feeling tragically familiar in this town.
It's hard to put into words what you go through when you have an officer killed in the line of duty, and then to have it happen to a department after a short period of time. It's hard to wrap your head around.
Shock and sorrow from law enforcement this morning, and live team coverage from Clinton. And here at the live desk, we hear from investigators about how all this happened, and we'll get reaction from a community waking up to another day of mourning.
And this morning, we now know the name of the police officer killed in Clinton. Missouri Highway Patrol confirms 30-year-old Christopher Ryan Morton was killed in the line of duty. All of this happening in Clinton, Missouri. It's about an hour south of here.
The scene of all of this was a house in the heart of this small community, down the street from the Henry County Courthouse.
That's where Charlie Keegan starts our team coverage. Charlie, you've been there since early this morning. How did all of this happen? Do we know anything else about the officer?
Well, first of all, Highway Patrol has told us that the officer worked for the Clinton Police Department for a while and then kind of left, but came back roughly 7 months ago or so after police officer Gary Michael was shot and killed on the line of duty. So we're starting to kind of piece together a little bit more about Officer Christopher Morton. As far as what happened, no, there's still an investigation going on here on Grand River Street. Police are working to try and figure out why the suspect started shooting at police officers when they arrived here last night. They'll be out here processing the scene, gathering evidence. There's actually a big giant light that they have put on the front yard here as they continue to work and gather evidence. Now, the Highway Patrol is leading this investigation. It says that the Clinton police got a 911 call at about 9:30ish last night. On that 911 call, they just heard kind of women in the background screaming, and so officers responded to the address that coordinated with the call. And when officers got to this address, they say a man started shooting at them. They followed that man into the home to try and arrest him. That's when there were more shots, and eventually one of those officers was shot to death, who we now know is Officer Morton. Two other officers were hit with gunfire. They are in moderate and minor condition, though, according to Highway Patrol. Highway Patrol did say that it's a lot harder to work these scenes when officers know the people who have lost their lives in such a small community like Clinton.
The community knows each individual officer, and it's hard to get, like I said, put into words when you're talking about an agency of this size, a community of this size, where something tragic like this happened just 7 months ago.
The SWAT team actually entered the house here on Grand River Street last night, or about midnight this morning, after a little bit of a standoff with the suspected shooter. Once they got inside the house, they found that suspected shooter dead. It's unclear if he committed suicide or maybe was injured by shots that he exchanged with the police earlier in the situation. Reporting live from Clinton, I'm Charlie Keegan, 41 Action News Today.
Charlie, with the breakdown of how that all happened, thank you.
Now we want to get